Let's go.
Hey,
What's going on? All right, we just gonna get right into this thing. Um,
get into
actually,
it.
actually, we can pause a little bit because ain't nobody on just
Okay,
yet. But
okay.
no, it feels good to be back though. I'll tell you that. You know,
It does. I'm excited for tonight.
we got some good topics, so we're definitely gonna it's gonna be a good one. Like I said,
Yes, we gonna get
but
down to business.
we got to we got to get the people what they want. You know.
That's what we came here for,
And we definitely gonna be more consistent for sure. I
for sure.
know, we don't want them to get on our ass. You know what I mean? Like,
Cause you know they will.
sure. But we're gonna go ahead and kick this thing off.
Okay.
Um, Episode number 2. We back at it again. Another episode of Case by Case. It's your boy, as y'all know, Mario on point, and I have my co-host.
Tamar Taylor. Hey y'all.
Let's go.
Hey y'all.
Um, a lot of people were very receptive to the first episode that we did.
I love
Um,
it.
so it was only right that we had to, bring it back. They just like to hear from, and that was the funny part because I heard from more women than I heard from men. You know what I mean? Like the women definitely like, having a female's perspective on it because obviously with me doing the podcast and stuff, I'm already developing like a little following. You know what I mean? But it's
Right.
dope the fact that even the people that are following me, they're interested in hearing the one perspective, and that was the whole point all along. So I'm glad it's
Okay.
really starting to click together.
Yeah.
But we're
I
gonna
love
get back.
that.
No, going you good?
No, I just said I love that. That was the intent.
Yeah.
So they felt it.
hmm That's the most important thing. You know what I mean? You're trying to get the people, you know, what they don't even know what they need yet. You know what I mean? But before people gonna be locked in.
For
So
sure.
with that being said, let's get right into the thing because me and you, we've been having these conversations. Picked a couple good topics, and we're just gonna bring to the forefront. So how we like to do this thing. Obviously, what we like to say very relationship oriented. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
blocking us out right now. Oh, hold on. Aha, I'm not. Uh, oh, don't. Now I'm the only one big. It's crazy. All right,
Yes, okay.
whatever. We're just gonna keep it like I'm gonna pull it up,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just kind of go from there. But
Yeah.
it says new study claims that happy couples are less likely to post on their social media. They got Dirk, and that's India. Who is that next to them though?
That's Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats.
That's Alicia.
That's Alicia. You gotta look.
Oh, that good black boy. I tell you.
Oh, she looking fine, huh?
He looking good for sure. So
Yes.
I see where he picked these two. I don't know about how happy Dirk and India are. They kind of got that on and off kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
But as far as Alicia Keys and Swiss, they seem to be they probably a little bit far removed from the toxic stuff that Dirk and India still got. And
They've been together for a grip
yeah,
since we was little kids. Like,
damn,
we
that's
was-
crazy.
yeah.
But he got
Um,
a good one.
yeah, he do. As far as we know. As far as we know.
Right into the topic.
Did you look up the statistic on that?
I did not. Is this like an actual statistic or just like some Twitter thread statistic? Like a couple
I don't
people.
know. I don't know. I meant to look it up actually, but it slipped my mind. But I was just curious if you looked it up because I really wanted to know the breakdown of it because I like to understand where people's viewpoint is on that because where do you stand with that?
I mean, it perfect. This is why we named this show Case by Case because I truly do believe it's a case by case situation. What
It
may work
is.
for this relationship may not work for the next relationship. So what exactly is this post saying? It's like are people who don't post on social media like less happy, like saying like, oh, the people who do post, like they just trying to put on an image, and the people who are behind the camera or not on social media, like less happy. I don't think that's necessarily the case, but I think now in this social media era, I think you probably will be just happier, keeping your relationship offline.
I feel like it's like such a gray area somewhere there because I get it. Like, you don't want the world all up in your business. Because when it comes to me and my relationship, I don't post it like just out there all the time. But every once in a blue moon, every here and there, every so often, I will post something about it because it's just like, at a certain extent, like, are you trying to hide it? Because like, some people could say, well, if you about me and I'm about you, why you don't want the people to know that you about me?
Yeah.
And then if they don't know that, your woman is your woman, I mean, yes, it is her responsibility to let a man know that she is dealing with someone at that moment or in a relationship with someone at that moment. But if you don't let nobody know, how will they know? How will they know?
That's a good point, but I feel like it's got to be a happy medium though too, because like there's also people just don't use social media at all. They don't like they might browse
I
on
don't
it.
I don't think this is for those ones. I think this is for the ones who are actively, like, you post your your wins, you know what I'm saying, a new car, a new job, a new this, or blah blah blah. You post openly, but you
Yeah.
don't post your relationship.
See that's weird. So I feel like if you post everything and you don't post like your significant other, I feel like that's weird, But I
I
feel
think
like,
that's weird too.
but if you don't really use social media like that, like I don't think it's a big deal. But it's that happy medium because even if you don't post like that, I don't care if you post once a year or whatever the case may be. You got to find it somewhere in there to kind of show some type of appreciation to your woman. You know what I
For
mean?
sure. And I get to where you coming from because if you're not a person who doesn't post, like, you ain't posted on your page or your story in 2 years, or you just kind of like a person who use it like the news, you just get on and see what's going on in
Yeah.
the community, keep in touch with your family, here and there. I get that, but
Mhm.
I feel like if you active, you could post your homeboys,
Yeah.
but you can't post your woman. What's that about?
I'd have to guess that like your woman is not. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it. Not that she not fun or whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna say from a man's perspective too is like we also don't always want to be posting our girl all the time because we know like how thirsty dudes be. It's like it's a little bit different. Like with women, it's like I don't feel like women be like that bold a lot of time. With like
You don't think
okay,
so? Because women will get up here. If I tag my man, they are gonna go to his page, and I mean, you can look because obviously you want to be nosy, but then when you hit that follow button, what's that about? Because women be doing that.
that's true. That's true.
Women be doing that. Have you ever had one of your women's friends follow you that was just like,
Hey, look. And I look for me. I always get myself in trouble too because like even if I'm not the person like that's going to follow you back, like it looks weird if like my girl follows you and you know me and you know my girl and you follow me and now I'm not following you. That's
mm-hmm.
weird, right?
Yeah, it is. It kind of is because I don't know, but I guess it just depends on what type of woman that you are. Like, if you going through your man's followers and connecting the dots. I guess because sometimes you talk about where to pop up and then say like y'all got the like
Yeah.
people alike that you follow,
Mm.
and you not following back. I don't know. I might have asked the question. Like, if I seen that, if I cared enough, if I felt like something could potentially be up, I might ask. But
Yeah.
for the most part, I feel like if you're not following back, good. Because why is she following you in the first place?
Right.
You follow me. You my friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I had a situation like that too before. It's like the homie was dating this girl, and like we all kind of know each other because we all went to the same school. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like she was following me, but like I wasn't following her back just out of respect for like their relationship. You feel me? But like he was the one that's like, yo, like old girl said to like follow her back. You know what I mean? As like, I just wasn't trying to get in the mix because I know how that is. Like, so I guess it
how
just
it come across.
Yeah, like it looks bad. Like if you're in a relationship and it's like that's when like the social media stuff can kind of be an issue when it comes to like having a significant other. Because if you're posting your significant other, but then you might have just slid in somebody's DM or you might have followed somebody that you really don't know like that, that's going to cause issues in the relationship.
I think it just comes down to understanding. Like when you with somebody, y'all got to really break down y'all like your triggers and like what may bother you to that extent, because you know, a lot of us, we just on social media and it is real life, but it's not real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you not giving everything, but you still sharing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some people be like, this is not my real life. Y'all just get a little glimpse of what's going on behind the scenes. So I get it, but I could see it from both ways. I could see it being like, well, why does that have to prove that I'm in a relationship? Like for me to put that on forefront, I could see that. But then I could also see like, so why don't you just ever, not on my birthday, not just on we out, had a good night and I'm looking good across the table and you just want to snap a picture and just share it on your stories. It don't even stay there. Like I just feel like if you just don't ever post, it kind of gives, are you indecisive?
Yeah. But like, yeah, no, I definitely feel, because like it's also at the same time, it's a problem if like you're always posting, but like you never like mention anything about me, because like at the end of the day, like every post don't got to be about your significant other, but like it should be enough to know that like somebody's in the picture. Because like I'm not even going, whatever, somebody out there I'm sure follows a girl who posts like she doesn't have a boyfriend, but meanwhile you wouldn't know that she has a boyfriend unless you know her in real life and like seeing her with her boyfriend out in public. You know what I mean? That's the shit that don't like. That's kind of like, you know, but like women gonna get a pass on that. It's like, oh, I just don't want to. I don't want to post this, and I don't know. But if it was me, you'd be like, oh, well, why you not posting me? You know?
So I feel like here's the thing though, because just recently, well, actually just today, earlier today, one of my homegirls that I followed, she made a post and it was like, just because I post something about a relationship don't mean it's about mine. I just found it funny or relatable. So this ain't my real life. Like basically saying this ain't my real life. This is social media. Like it's all joke type of thing. And she is in a happy relationship. So I screenshotted that because I agree. Like sometimes I might post something that's funny, but it's never gonna give like I'm single, but it's funny. Like it might low key seem like we in an argument or whatever, because you're talking about, you know, something to that extent or whatever. And then it could from someone, they might think you single, but it's not even that.
Right. But I think that's when you get into like dangerous territory when it comes to like posting and stuff like that, because if it is a situation like that, it's like you can't
Case by case.
It's got you just got to know your partner pretty much. Like I like, because I do agree, like you can't really take nobody's like social media like too serious, but like that's also the problem too, because like people, like you said, like people will take a post that you took as a joke and they'll take it seriously. You know, when you actually doing that about your relationship, that's when you giving people kind of, you know, ammo to pride, because all you doing when you posting like about your man and he doesn't do this, you giving people like, oh, and he, oh, my man used to do this, and my she used to do this. Like you giving people a reason to confirm all the stuff that might be so minuscule that you can actually work out with your partner. Now it's a whole big thing, because now you hearing just random stories from outside people that might somewhat be relatable, but it might be a different relationship. It might be a different person that you're dealing with, you know?
I agree from that aspect.
But I don't know, that's how I feel. Because I mean, you don't necessarily have to always post your significant other. Like that's cool. Like it's not a big deal. It's your social media. You can run it however you want to run your social media. But it's like if you're in a relationship, that's also something you always got to keep in mind because it's like just like y'all a team. Even though like it's your own social media. It's like you still kind of like going through like a GM or like a head coach just to like
Yes.
you can't just post whatever the hell you want
Yeah.
online when you're in a relationship. You know what I mean?
Yes. So how do you feel about the people who be having like married to or husband name with the ring and the bio? How you feel about that?
Um, I respect it. I would want like my girl to have something like that in her bio because like you got to let people know off rip because like when you follow a profile, even if you don't take the bio seriously, you gonna take a glance at it. You might see like a date that might be somebody who passed away, that might be an actual anniversary. So you gonna kind
Yeah.
of break it down, do your digging, and then what you do from there is on you. But it's like if somebody got in their bio like they married, it's kind of like what else? There's nothing else you can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I respect
I
it
agree.
though.
I agree, but like I said, it also is up to the woman because you could post something and then somebody might take it as like, ooh, is something going on, or are they single? And then people will
Yeah,
slide in your DMs, and that's when you take that moment to let them know, it ain't that, or you just simply open it and don't reply,
yeah,
don't give no attention back, because then people know for real, like, oh, okay, she ain't interested, so it's obviously somebody, or she just ain't interested in me. So,
yeah.
you know,
Hey, it's like pretty much do what you want with that information, right?
do what you will with that information.
Right?
Don't hold us accountable, but do what you will with that
Yeah,
information.
no, for sure, because it can definitely get in the social media era. It can a lot of things get tricky. You know what I mean?
For sure.
But
For sure. It get real shady.
yeah, and that's why you gotta have a good teammate. You got to. So like we talked about before, like you gotta lay the foundation. Like this certain things not okay. This certain things not okay. Like you gotta lay that out front street. So like just based off how you just go in your everyday life and how you deal with women, because like dealing with women on social media is one thing, but like also dealing with women in real life. Like as a man, you got your girl. Girl walks by with a fat ass. You can't just it's things that you got to
Mhm.
know that's going to upset your partner. But like that goes for social media too. Like know your partner before you start, doing wild stuff or following certain people or liking certain.
Yes,
I think all that plays into it though.
for sure. For sure. I agree. I agree. And it's
Because,
definitely important to have that open communication with your partner to be able to tell them, like, for y'all to be grown enough with each other to like bring up what triggers you. Because sometimes, like, I've seen, it be talked about in women's world where like men that you could be dating someone and he constantly liking all the girls with the BBLs and the big old tiggle bitties and just everything that you're not, and it's like, well, what are you looking at this for, liking this for? And it's
yeah.
like, you know it's social media, but to a certain extent.
and that's what you're going to deal with when you're active. Like when going back to the post, like are the couples that post more on social media, like that's something that you actually got to deal with as well. If you're active on social media, that means you're paying attention who's liking, who's liking
Yes.
your story, who's following you, so all that stuff kind of plays into it. So I think that's the main thing when it comes to like, I don't think the problem is like posting your significant other, is the fact that you're kind of giving people just kind of like an inside look of your relationship to kind of say what they want to an extent.
I agree. So, like, for me, I'm more active in my stories than I am on my page. Like, I don't even post me that much on my page, and I've been trying to work on that. But I just be so private for real. Like, I don't post. I have 2 children. I don't post my children on
Right.
my page, and I don't post my man on my page. But in my stories, if you actually follow me and what I'm saying, be around, then
Yeah.
I'm saying, you see that. But that's like here and it's gone, because I feel like those things are intimate things.
Yeah.
For sure. But that's why I feel like when I said not even in your stories, like that's here and it goes. Like,
Yeah.
because some would say like, well, if I never put my business out there to y'all in the first place, y'all wouldn't even knew how to, you know what I'm saying, have y'all your 2 cents to say. Even when people post their kids, people would be like X, Y, and Z. Like, that is none of your business to be talking about how that little kid look. You know what I'm saying? Like certain stuff like that. So I get it. People want to protect their home and stuff like that. But I think it's like a thin line.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, like I said, it's a case by case situation for sure. Like every relationship is going to be, just a tad bit different. But I think the main reason, the main point of this post is exactly what we're talking about. You know what I mean? Because all the things that come with you just posting in general, let alone, not just a relationship, but if you guys are married, you guys live together, you guys got kids, whatever the case may be, you're giving a lot of people, the inside look at all this stuff going on, and you're giving them room to critique it. Most people, they just want to hear all the good stuff. That's what Instagram is. It's all Instagram, or it's all highlights. You want to see the real shit? Go to Facebook. They going through it on Facebook. They ask for $20. They just lost their job. Like they just lost their kids. Everything going on Facebook is bad and somber and everything. But
Twitter. It be real on Twitter too.
Man, Twitter be bullshit. Like, don't nobody take so? It's either you take it serious or you don't take it serious at all. It's like the fine lines. The people that like see a tweet, they get offended by something, or people who see a tweet and purposely read it wrong just to make a joke about it because they don't care anyways,
Yeah, you're right. Because I do be getting on Facebook and it do be getting real on there. It do. Yeah. And then I be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
I literally only keep Facebook just to keep up with like family.
That's it.
That's it.
That should have been the post should have been strictly about that. Like, are people who post on Facebook couples happier? Yeah. I don't think so. They going through it on Facebook. Like, look, on IG, they can hide a lot of stuff. On Facebook, sometimes you getting too much of somebody. It's like, damn, you should have kept that to yourself, my boy. Like, the whole world did not need to know that your brother cheated on. Like, that's just too much going on.
Yes. I just seen like the other day somebody that I follow on Facebook posted that they were in a relationship with somebody. And for a moment, I sat back and I said, we still doing that? Like,
that is wild.
Because that was like way back in the day. But then I was just like, you know what? Yeah, like if you that type of person who want to put it on Front Street, then you want to put that on Front Street. But I just feel like to say like if you just posting them or you just, talking about your relationship, you don't have to post like in a relationship on your page. Until I feel like once you get married, then I feel like you could put like married too. Like, you know what I'm saying? How that be in a bio. But when it's just like in a relationship so you're in a relationship with him this month, but what if y'all not together next month? I don't want the world to be seeing me go in and out of a relationship at this big age. Like,
or at least keep it private. You know what I mean? Like, don't post to your feed. Like, let it change on your little Facebook bio. But don't post it because everybody, congrats, just for y'all to hate each other in a couple months.
Okay. That set me back a little bit, but that's when I was like, these are the times that Facebook is living in, because Facebook is a different world. Like, Facebook really is a different world.
It's so crazy.
I feel like they still in like 2011 or something.
Yeah, like y'all don't put social media. You're not supposed to put the whole, like all of the truth on that. Like, sprinkle it with a little bit of salt. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah. Some or just some some mystery somewhere a little bit.
Yeah. Because that's a good point you were making about like you only like really posting on your story. Like, I post on my story, but like for me, it's like my close friend. That's really what I like. I post like baby pictures. Like if I go on a date with a girl, like I'll post that in the close friends, because I don't want like the people I have in there. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I just utilized my close friends Yeah.
like earlier this week, or was it last week? I think it was like last week. I just utilized it a couple days ago, basically.
Yeah.
And I just felt so free because it was just like now the people that see my children, my partner, my life
Yeah.
is people who, or are people who are deserving of that, or who I
Right.
love and I feel like aren't going to be intimidated or jealous or whatever. Like, it's always love. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So I really do feel like close friends is definitely a safe space.
That is it. So we decided the close friends is the safe space to post your significant other or not significant other, because the people that you put in there, I'm assuming they're accepting the fact that okay, you're taking everything that I got going on with a little bit of a grain of salt, if you know me.
Right.
But I mean that's better than having the whole entire all your friends and followers to be able to see that
Yeah.
went on this date and then you post a different girl. That's definitely not the same girl, but it's like they got their little groups going on. I want to be able to post to my close friends like if I go on a date with this girl and I go on a date with this girl, that ain't nobody gonna say nothing. Ain't nobody gonna be like, oh, like how's your girlfriend or whatever the case may be. Like I'll put that on there so y'all can see, but like it's not for y'all to you know and I put
Yeah.
people that wouldn't really care for stuff like that, So I can definitely
You
post.
know, it's so crazy to think that people really care about that because you're young and you're single. So what are you supposed to do? Sit in the house and not go out and mingle? Because then
Yeah,
you never gonna find nobody
facts. I think a
unless
lot.
it's online, and I don't think online is the way to go.
No, I mean you're not gonna get nothing genuine. But I think people are always under the impression like when you're going on like dates and stuff like that, like you're sleeping with all these women. I'm not sleeping with all of
Yeah.
these women. You know what I mean? Because like if I mean I don't know. I'm not really into the bar scene. Like it's I don't know. That's beyond the point. We don't got to get into my whole dating life. We're gonna
Yeah.
stick to what we're talking about with the post. And
And let me just say, because if you think that every time you see somebody out on a date with them and they having sex with them, you kind of got to maybe like backtrack and look at yourself or what past trauma that you're dealing with. Because either you think that because that's happened to you before in the past, so
you
you're
give up
holding
the coochie.
someone else.
You give up the coochie after the first date. That's why you thinking that.
Or that, right?
Like,
Or you got trauma where somebody did that to you in the past, but just because somebody did that to you in the past, don't mean that this present person is gonna do that. Or like I said, you got to look within yourself and realize, like, is it me? Do I feel that way because every time I go out on a date, that's what it boils down to, or what? Because when you grown, you're not going on it, like you're not even making it home with these people. Like majority of the people that you're going out with, you realize that the date you don't even like them. Y'all not even going
yeah,
text no more after this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So everything that you see ain't that. It's
right,
just that people be oversharing sometimes because it feels like if I'm not sharing nothing but everybody else is sharing something, then what do I really have going on?
right. People just want something to judge on, though. Like I said, like, um, maybe the couples who don't post are happier because everybody's not in their business, but like people just want things to critique, you know what I mean? And if you're gonna post just to give people something to talk about, be like, oh, so I can say I actually do got a man. Like you don't want to be posting for them. If you posting your partner, like you supposed to be posting just to let people know, like, yo, like I'm rocking with this person. Like I don't care how y'all feel. I didn't post it for y'all. I posted because the love I got for this person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Could you see yourself being a person who would do like the dating, like branding your relationship, like doing like the online stuff and the TikToks as a couple and that whole thing?
Nah, that's
That's too open.
just I don't want to say it's too open because like I'm not gonna say like me and my girl can't do a little TikTok. We can do something, but it's like is my whole page gonna be my girl? No, it ain't. It's over with. I don't care how much bread they talking about. I don't want every time for you to see me, you see her because if we don't work out, every time you see me, you still gonna see her. I don't want you to. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It kind of puts you
Yeah.
guys in a bond regardless.
I mean, ain't that what you signed up for? A bond regardless.
Yeah, but
Yeah, scratch your head
damn,
over there. Figure.
that's a hell of a bond, you know? Like, jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We can if you want to touch on that a little bit more, we can, or we can move on to the next
We
uh
can move on to the next one.
move on to the next topic. Okay. So got another crazy one and it's about to do this thing on this way. Hold on, relax, girl. Um hopefully it does that. So me and you talk about this a little bit, talking about, being in relationships. Now this girl, you see what's going on. I ain't have to speak too much about it, but we gonna do it. It says woman needs help getting back with her ex after faking her own death in order to break up with him because he was always broke. Now, before we go any farther, obviously it's another slide. I'm gonna show you guys and give you guys a little bit more detail what exactly happened. Now it says I dated the guy in 2021 who was kind and had a good heart, but was always broke. Unsure of how to end things, I faked my own aliving by texting him as my cousin and telling him only family could attend my funeral due to regulations. After blocking him, I monitored his posts from a fake account and saw he was devastated. Luckily, we had no mutual friends, so my active profile remained hidden. Now that he's doing well and he has a great job, I want to reconnect, but don't know how since he thinks I'm dead. Help me because I love this man. You want to go or you want me to go? Because you already know what I'm gonna say. Look, go ahead and give the women's perspective first, and I'm about to look. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I want you to lead with this one.
You want me to cook? Look,
Yeah.
boom. Ain't that look? That's cold. Because before we even got to the end, she's talking about he's nice, he's kind-hearted, but he's broke. Your mindset already in the wrong place. Why are you even thinking about him being broke if he's nice and he's kind-hearted? Women want a man that's gonna be good to them, attention, love. If he's broke, he ain't got nothing but time, so he definitely give you all those things. So which one you want? I just think it's just a little bit hypocritical that okay, maybe he ain't got that much money. Okay, he's down in his luck. You can't fault him for that. If you're a real woman and he actually is as nice as you say, and besides the broke thing, that's the only thing that's the problem, you can definitely get past that. But as we read all the way to the end of the story, now she want him back because he up and he doing well for himself and stuff like that. But like my thing is, you got to be, baby, you got to be able to see the potential. Like clearly, those the same thing that you like about him, him being nice and kind-hearted, is the same way he was able to find himself a good job and make some money. That's your fault. You should have been able to foresee that he has some bigger things ahead of him. But that's a problem. She was thinking too nearsighted and not far-sighted enough. She's thinking about right now and she's not thinking about the future. And look what happened. Now she want him back. She had to do all this to fake her death just to break up with them. You went through all these extra steps just to get rid of this man, right? All right, cool. If that's what you want to do, you gonna eventually have to answer to God about that one. I'm just gonna leave that at that,
Yeah.
But you faked your death because he was broke. Now he's got his money back. You want him? Look, you got to kick rock, baby girl. It's over with. You ain't showing no type of loyalty because if he go broke again, he gonna be in the same position again. He need a woman who's gonna hold him down. And ain't no telling if you come back around if he's gonna go back to being broke or stay successful. Because clearly, when he was around you, he was broke. So it may got something to do with what you got going on and not what he got going on. Because as soon as you faked your death and left him alone, his life started getting pretty lit. Clearly, because you want him back now.
Yeah, I seen that in the comments, but I think it kind of comes down to one, how long was she with him before she said enough is enough? You've been broke for how long? Because I feel like you can pour into a person, and I speak from experience because I was in a situation like that before, where my partner, he was a pretty good man. He just ain't keep no job like he should have. And it's just like, who do you think that I am? I'm supposed to follow behind you. You can't just be thinking that I'm going to foot what's going on around here, babe. I can do bad by myself. So
Right.
I did kind of try to tell him, like, what do you see? What could you see yourself doing forever? Like, what would you want to invest in? Let's write down some goals. Let's do this. And he just wasn't with it. So it's like, I can't do nothing for you but to let you do your thing. But I don't know how long she was with him. It's unfortunate that after she left him, he up now, because now you just got to eat that. Like, you can't come back, because you can't really love that man if you left him, because his bread was low. That's so hard to say.
Hey, what the Bible say?
Because
Poor or rich till death do us part. He was poor, baby. You look. I know.
it's true. It's true.
So
It's
you
true. And I feel like if he was a good man and he really, had it together for real, I feel like if you just would have extended that concern and let him know, like, babe, I need more from you. This is not like, that's why I say in a relationship, you have to be so transparent. Like, it has to be down to the point that if you feel like, your needs aren't being met and you've said it time and time again, you have to, like, let that person know that, like, babe, it's getting to the point where I feel like, do you even care about how I feel? Because I voiced it multiple times. And if there's nothing that you want to do to fix it, I don't know if I could, you know, be okay with that. I don't know if I could stick it out through that, because
right.
if you're not married and you're just dating, I feel like it's okay for you to say, like, this ain't for me. But if you're married, you kind of got to figure it out as best as you can until y'all till y'all decide, like, it's nothing that we can do to fix this.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
No, yeah, for sure. Because this strikes me as somebody who just didn't want to take accountability. Because how do you get all the way to the point that you're faking your death because he's broke? I don't get it. Because if you had all those conversations before, you can just confidently walk away like, yo, I can't do this anymore and walk away. But you faked your death, so that makes me think like the fact that you would lie
That's
about.
really childish.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that you would lie about faking your death makes me think that you was probably too childish to even tell him like, yo, babe, like you're bro, like, can you get a job? Like, can you work a little harder? You know what I mean?
And I really feel like you gotta watch doing stuff like that, because you're faking a death and then you can turn around and really be dead. Like, playing
Facts.
with God like that, telling people that you dead and speak it into existence, because it's really that serious. Like, that's why, like, to me, I can't even lie and say my granny died. Like, I would never do that for my job and be like, oh, I
Yeah,
can't show up because
this
my
person's
grandma
good.
passed or my aunt passed. Like, I've never been that person, because I truly, truly, truly feel like, even if it's not that person that you said, you may lose somebody close to you because you kind of spoke that into existence.
No, yeah, facts. So we can probably put this on the list of like the worst ways to break up with somebody.
For sure. That's top. That's very high up there. Very high
It,
up there. It's
it's like
extreme.
it's like that and over text message.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, just think about that. Because like, what is he supposed to do when he finds out that she's not dead? He's
Yeah.
thank you bag. He's gonna be like, what the like? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you think that he's gonna be like, you know what, you're right. I should have got my stuff together. And you know what? Now that I do have my stuff together, I want to be the man that you always wanted me to be. Like,
Man,
I
he
don't know.
was
But I would tell my son it's a no. I know that much.
for sure.
If it was my son who was dealing with somebody who, pulled that type of play, yeah, I definitely would say she is not the one for you, son. She's not the one for you. But I also do feel like if he was broke, he needs to step back from the relationship anyways and focus
That's
on
true.
yourself. Focus on yourself first and foremost, because when you're dating someone, you become intimate with someone, y'all make babies, X, Y, and Z, and you can't even take care of your kids, you can't take care of her, you can't even take care of yourself. Like,
Right.
It's levels to it. So you just really got to get yourself in order and then try to focus on what's next. So really, she should have just been woman enough to tell him that, like, babe, I feel like you need to focus on yourself right now. And if, it aligns for us both in the future, maybe we can revisit this again. But if not, I wish you well.
Yeah.
And take care, Because then you could dub back after that. Because how could you not respect that?
Literally.
How could you not respect that? But you just said you're dead. So how can you? That's why you're on the internet asking us. Like, we got some magic. Like, we could just conjure up something and make something work for you. Like, boo, you on your own with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, yeah, that's definitely more respectable, because it's like, that's showing like some type of growth. It's like, yo, like, I really do rock with you, but it's like, just right now is like not the best time. Maybe we can reconvene, because clearly when they got out of the relationship, he started doing well for himself. So maybe that's all he needed. Like, maybe you was just too clingy, and maybe he wasn't broke. Maybe you
he was too clingy. Or he was or he was clingy and wasn't focused on his stuff. And you're right, maybe she was expensive, but that's not fair to her to not be expensive. I mean, if we are dating, we trying to get to know each other. I mean, why are we not going out to eat? We supposed to sit up in your house and watch movies and Netflix until
we can do that. More. When I hear expensive, I'm thinking bags, trips.
It adds up. No, not to that extent. I mean, unless that's what folks into, because case by case, but it's gonna add up regardless. If we're going on dates every weekend, it's gonna add up. And then if we really feel each other, we're probably going to the movies, we're going out to eat, we might go to the bar after, just because we don't want the night to end. Doing anything just to keep the night alive, Yeah. And if you don't, so it could get costly. And if you ain't got it like that, then I fear you must sit back and work on yourself.
Man, now I think about, this girl should have asked us for advice before she did that dumb shit.
Yeah, she should.
Man, we would have told your ass, man, don't fake your death, man. For like all this, like, man,
that's crazy too. And I wonder if he believed it from jump, though. I wonder if he believed it, cause it's like no funeral, nobody posted anything, no, like, and then you blocked your accounts. It's too much.
If that was my girl, I'd be tripping. You talking about my girl died? I can't go to the funeral. I'm tripping. I'm at her mama's house, like, yo, what's the deal? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And that's the thing, because we truly don't know. She didn't say how long they were dating. So that's number one. We gonna need y'all to start giving us more detail when y'all come out with these posts, because we want to know, because now that we're in the group chat, we're interested. We want to know what's going on.
We want insight to your relationship, man.
Yes.
I'm gonna put y'all. Look, we ain't asked you to do the shit. Since you put it on social media already, come on,
let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. You silly.
But I mean, I don't know.
She ruined that for herself, unfortunately. I don't think it's any coming back from that.
It's over with.
Yeah, it's over with.
You're an idiot. Like, I mean, it just proves that how childish she is. That maybe she shouldn't even been in a relationship her damn self.
Herself, yeah.
If you can't have that conversation,
because that says that you're not matured. Like, there you go.
No, yeah, for sure. Like, because if a girl hit me with that, it's like, oh, okay, she not on no childish shit. Like, she really want me to, like, she actually cared. You feel me? It's not like she just wanted for herself. Like, she wanted for myself. You feel me? But it's like she kind of took all that away just by not like being direct about it. Like you did all these lies just so you didn't have to tell him like, hey, maybe you didn't have to say you didn't have to add the broke part. You could have just been like, you know what, right now, financially, fiscal, you can sauce it up a couple different ways. You ain't got to throw
Yeah.
the broke on there. You know what I mean? But the
Just to
fact
turn around and want the man back.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it's over with. I hope he
It's
found
over.
him a nice cool little thing, you know, and he doing good. But I forgot your name because I crossed it out because I didn't want to dox you. But homegirl, whatever your name is, it's over with. You know what I mean? You should be ashamed of yourself. You probably dealing with a broke dude right now, and if you would have just stayed patient, you'd be up right now.
Ooh, man, because you're going to come across another broke one.
Yeah, you gonna come across
I
stuff.
hear. And you just going to keep faking your death, or you going to be mature enough to have that conversation, or you don't even have to fake your death. Just go ghost at the end of the day. If you just go ghost, motherfuckers know, like, damn, I did something. That
Right.
sucks because they really don't know what they did. Because let me tell you, I was a big ghoster. Like, I
Man.
didn't want to just back and forth because I know it's not working. If
Yeah.
it's not working it out, it's just ghosts.
Right.
I just don't say nothing. Just lose communication. Just fade out.
Some people don't
And
get the
it's,
hint.
huh?
I was just saying some people don't get the hint though.
Yeah, yeah. And if you don't get the hint, then I might
Fake
block you,
that.
or I might let you know. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna work if it gets to that point. But usually people will take the hint, right? Folks to get the hint that like, damn, she not messing with me no more. What happened?
No.
But
Hey, but
but that's much better than faking your death. I'm
I was
just
about to
gonna
say,
say that.
hey, if all those other things fail, okay. If you fake your death, then okay. Like look, okay, you did everything you could, but if you don't take all them steps before you get to that shit,
First,
man,
if you just have to fake your death because they just not getting it, then do what you gotta do. But just try all the other steps first, and then if that's the last step, then so be it.
I got to see her order of operations. I want to see how the hell she got to faking her own death. And shame, and you know what? I'm gonna put this out there too. To shame on her girlfriends because somebody should have told her this was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Nobody told her this was a bad idea. Shame on you.
I don't know. She might not have ran it by them. She might have just been doing what she was doing just in a moment. Just not still, just moving.
Mm. Now look at you.
Mm-hmm.
You had your man right there. You had him right in your hands, and you let him slip. Let that be a lesson for y'all, ladies. If you really like a man and he's not really doing, the best, look at the other qualities and see if he's a potential, first rounder. If he potentially gonna be somebody in the future who's gonna be able to keep a job. He gonna be good to your mama, your family. He raised your kids like they was his own kids. Like if you got qualities like that, don't miss out on him because you get what you put into this world. You know what I mean?
For
If you do
sure.
what you're supposed to be doing, you're gonna come across the right one for sure.
And maybe it's not even you don't have to just steer right past it, ladies. Like
Yeah,
definitely address it, but address it with him so that y'all can grow together. Like y'all have to, in a relationship, you have to have open communication. He should be able to have open communication with you too. And y'all should be able to meet somewhere in the middle.
yeah,
But if you said the same thing month after month, year after year, and it's 2 years and he still ain't getting a hint, then you may say, like, I can't do this anymore.
right.
You know? And if you feel like that, then so be it. But definitely just get to the point where we can be mature enough to have the conversations, because you truly never know who you're missing out on if you don't have that conversation and you don't open up that door. Because sometimes it just is like people just really don't know any better because nobody has ever said to them, like, I would appreciate you, treating me this way or speaking to me this way or loving me this way versus just this ain't gonna work and I can't do it. This ain't gonna work and I can't do it, because you just never know. You might just keep kissing a bunch of frogs after frog after frog, and you done passed up your prince. But just because you didn't have that open line of communication, you'll never know.
Baby, don't block your blessing. You never know what. Look, like I said, figure out if there's some possible potential. You see some green, even if you see a red flag. Okay, so what? He's broke. Okay, okay, he's broke, but he got all these other good qualities. If you got 12 other good qualities, but he broke, baby, stay with him. He might figure something out.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
because
saying.
he loves you. He might figure something out.
He don't cheat on you. He don't like no BBL booties on Instagram. He not following a bunch of random girls he don't even know. He's just broke.
Right.
That's his only flaw. He just broke. You can find it's some money out here. You can get some money out here, But it's like, come on, all that other shit is like, come on, you got to work with him just a little bit. And the fact,
Just a little bit, and I do mean just a little bit, because he got to get it together. Because it can't be no baby boy. Like, you can't be riding around in my car for however long, breaking the car down, can't even get it fixed. You dropping me off at work, and you're not even at work. What's going on? Like, it's definitely a thin and fine line between it. But definitely have that open line of communication.
Because you said you had a situation like that too, right? How long? Mm-hmm. What was the time frame for you that this was going on?
Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It was a good about 2 years.
2 years. Actually, I'm not even gonna make it seem like I ain't been in no situation like that. I think it's a little bit different for men. Because if the woman don't got
he would have his up moments, but then he would have his down moments because he just couldn't keep a job. And then he was kind of trying to be like in the streets. But I was like, no, if you want to be with me, we're not doing that. So he respected that for me from what I knew. So he wasn't really trying to be out there like that, but he wasn't keeping no job long enough to, you know what I'm saying? So it just kind of was just like, you're not helping me build myself, and I can't keep holding the ship. Like, at this point, I just need to fall back. You need to fall back, and you need to focus on yourself. And if we can reconvene, we can reconvene. But like I said, he was a good man, and he did get a lot of other things right. It was just that at the end of the day, bills are due, food costs.
So, like, motherfucker.
If you can't keep your car consistently running, your car breaking down, like, it's just things.
It costs to go outside now. You know that? Every time you step outside, look, go take your trash out. Look, go take your trash outside right now. I promise you're gonna come back $20 broken. I promise you. It's just crazy. You can't do nothing for free.
You are gonna come back broker because it costs for that trash service. So you are coming back broker. So yeah, it just didn't give. I was a lot younger though. This was well over 8 years ago. So I was like early 20s then.
Yeah.
So I really had a good heart back then because I was like, I love him. He's so good to me. And he was good to my son. And he was a good man. But it was just, he wasn't a whole man. And I needed a whole man, especially for my son. If you're going to be in my face, and you got to represent for my son, you know? Okay. So, yeah. But I did have that conversation, and I did try to, you know what I'm saying, see what we could do before I just walk away. But if you don't want to help me help you, then how am I supposed to help you? You got to help yourself. You got to want to help yourself.
Hey, can't help somebody who don't want to be helped.
Yeah.
Or can't even help themselves for that matter, you know?
And I wish I could tell y'all where he at today, but I really don't keep in touch. So I don't know.
He rich right now. My boy lit right now.
He might be. He might be, and I hope he is. But I don't know, because I cut that line of communication because it just wasn't, you know.
Yeah, sound like
Yeah.
a very uh, tumultuous.
But what I didn't do is I did not fake my death. That's for sure.
You got that going for you. So, you know, if he does get successful again in whatever situation you got going on with right now, or if you don't have whatever, I mean, yeah, look, we're not going to talk about semantics again, what ifs or whatnot, but you left a good line of communication. He don't think you're dead. And, you know, so if he is
Right.
like a millionaire, it's like, yo, like, I remember when you, man, you know, I owe you this for all the times I paid for this and I paid. You got that
Please.
now.
Please, and if you are a millionaire, I won't tell nobody. I'll keep your secret so that nobody else come after you. You know, you got to keep that a secret once you hit the lotto and whatnot, because folks
Yeah.
that you ain't seen in years. Hey, cousin.
Man, I remember you was this big. I don't remember you though. That's the crazy
Yay,
part.
hi. Yeah.
I don't want to hear
Hmm.
no stories about what you did for me when I could barely walk. That shit, like, if that's the only
Okay.
story you got from me, is over. I've been walking a long time, my boy, and that's the last memory you got of me. It's a problem.
So, do you ever, because this is a little bit off the topic, but do you ever come across family that you're not that like tight with, and then they be like, "Yeah, I remember when you used to da da da." You just like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, because like, where you been at?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even have that too much, honestly, because like even like the family, like you only see like at family reunion and stuff like that. It's like they didn't definitely see me since I haven't had like a situation where somebody trying to hit me with some stuff like that like in a while. You know, like I'm damn near 30. You know what I mean? So like if somebody's hit me with like a story like that, I'm already thinking like, you know, I'm already like I
Where
ain't
you
got hit with
been?
a story. Yeah, like damn, you just now asking me that or bringing that shit up, like.
Yeah,
I don't know. But I think we did what we came here to do. It definitely felt good to get back
some great topics.
in the booth again. You know, we coming back again with another topic. We'll discuss that. I think I don't know. Tuesday might be the day. We're gonna see how this goes. You know, see how the
Yeah,
people react to it. But Tuesday is good because honestly, I'll be frank with you guys right now. We're supposed to record on Sunday. I ain't have my topics in order. And all the men out there, y'all know what Sunday was. Football was back. Like, look, that's all I could think about. I spent all day. I'm just doing fantasy. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing with the podcast. But that's all it
yeah,
was. But I think Tuesday might be a golden day.
yes. I look forward to Tuesdays.
But anything else you want to send the people off before we get out of here? I know we talked about we was going to do that instead of just signing out. But I want to get the floor to you before I send us out of here.
Mm, you put me on the
Oh,
spot
I so
because I did not
did.
come up with a question tonight. But I think since our topics are about relationship, I think I would love to leave you guys with just a question to ponder on. And that question would be just like, um, how can I be a better person for my partner? And so, whether you have a partner now or you're looking for your partner, how could you better prepare yourself to be good to them in the same way that you want them to be good to you? Because sometimes we don't be realistic about that, and we just are okay with where we are and who we are, but we not thinking about like, yeah, I mean, I get by, but when you get with your wife or your woman, is your woman going to be okay with you just getting by when she is looking for stability? You know, same with your man. If you come into your man and you not really working a stable job, or you ain't really got no money, but you want a man who is up, who can support you, like, what can you do to meet your match? You know, you want to be equally yoked. So that's what I want to leave y'all to think about is how could you better yourself to be a better partner? So yeah.
And there you have it. We're gonna end it with that. It's been another episode of Case by Case with your boy Mario on point and Tama with some good
Yes.
leave you guys with until we come back next week. Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
You know, we give it up real over here. So
every week going forward. Let's get it.
hey, cheers to that, y'all.
All right, y'all. We out of here.